Welcome to Civil Conclave presentation. Today, we are going to discuss about the various types of reports which is to be prepared by the site professionals and submit to the management. In this presentation, we cover the purpose and how to prepare the daily reports, the purpose and how to prepare the weekly reports, monthly reports, and management information system report, that is a MIS reports. I'm just giving you a brief about the daily reports. What is called as a construction daily report, and what is the purpose of the same, and what are the things has been included in that report, and step-by-step methodology of creating your day-to-day report, how to given the day-to-day report applications, best practices of making the daily reports, step-by-step instruction to utilize your work on administration, everyday report model and layout. What is the daily report consist of? It consists of weather condition, number of working hours, type of the work performed, safety observations, potential delays, and completed tasks. The purpose of the construction daily report. By documenting the day-to-day construction activities, you are providing a transparency of your communication and communicating to your management so that you can reduce the risk of it. By this report, you are reducing the delays and other issues. Most of the time, the construction project fails due to improper communications with the site staff to the site management. To avoid this, you have to submit your daily report indicating all the ups and downs, which will also help to your manage your times. As with the kind of reporting, it will give you a general view of how the work has been progressed. If it is not progressed, what is the cause for the delay, etc., etc. If you are not creating a daily report, you are walking in a forest with a blind eyes, without a purpose of where to go, what to do, etc. The daily report will give you a purpose of how to do the daily activities, what is to be planted for the next day activities, etc., etc. What are the inputs of the daily report? It should consist of the project information, project identity number, location, report of the date, and who prepares the report. It also should consist of the weather condition, such as shiny, rain, cloudy, etc., etc., so that the project management can understand what are the problems which causes the delay. The laborers' working hours. So, by providing these working hours, the management will come to know this is the total number of manpower has been utilized on that day. Apart from this, you have to identify what are the major equipments which has been available at site, what day you received, and what are the materials received, etc., etc. And you have to also identify if the delay in supply of the material might cause the project delay. Also, you have to indicate the progress of the works and completed the works. Suppose if you say, if your building is consists of 25 story building, you have to mention that out of 25, 20 slab has been completed. Today, the slab pouring is in the progress, etc., etc. If you can give a photographs attached to it, it will be the better. Best practice of creating a daily construction report. Provide all the details, including your labor report, accident, material received, etc., etc., so that the management will come to know what is the reasons for the progress, and if there is a delay, what is the release. Submit your daily report at the earliest possible. Report the delays of receipt of the material or receipt of the machineries, etc., in detail. Get it signed. Always make the report authenticated by way of getting signed by your senior personnel and the client personnel. Sample test report template. So I'm showing you the project name, what are the things, location where it has been located, reporting date, this, who will prepare the report, what is the weather condition, general project status. Okay, if there is various activities you consider, say let us say shuttering. Okay, shuttering, description of the work done. 10th floor shuttering is in the progress. Number of hours, what they put it up, 8 hours, 9 hours. Like that, you can go on putting, adding on like anything. And moreover, you have to identify what are the issues you are facing on today's progress, what is the delays in the various activities, what is the safety factor. What are the things you have to include in your daily construction reports? The date of the report, who prepared the report, the starting hour and the finishing hour, climatic condition, material deliveries, current status of the project comparison to the yesterday, anything out of ordinary, such as the visitors coming, director's instruction, consultant's instruction has to be indicated. See, this is a methodology of a daily progress report sample. You had a project number, project name, serial number, dated, serial number, activities. Let us say mason, cubic unit, cubic meter, total quantity, let's say 100, executed quantity, how much. Like that, you have to identify all the activities and material like cement, sand, etc. What is the last quantity balance? Today, what you receive? What is the stock in it? What is the balance? Like that, labor report. You have to prepare how many masons, carpenter, fitters, etc. You have to identify. And staff. Who is the staff? Those who are present. Project manager, site manager, accountant. All the staffs has to be identified. Weather condition has to be mentioned, whether it is a cloudy, rain, etc. If there is any visitors, you have to put their name, the purpose of the visit, etc. Then tools and plant, what are the machineries has been available at the site, etc. Get it signed by your project manager and the client manager. Now comes to the weekly report. How to create a weekly construction report? Try to understand the purpose of that report. Versatility will make quite a lot of challenges in your reports. Remember your deadline. Highlight immediate concerns. Provide data in your data. Provide dates. What is a weekly construction report? Weekly construction report should indicate what has been achieved in the last week against what has been planned and what we are going to plan for the next week, etc. Along with the duration has to be identified. What is meant by a weekly report? Weekly report is a review of what the work you've done in last week, comparatively what you have planned it, and what you are going to plan it for the next week. What are the things has to be included in your weekly report? It should indicate what all the activities has been completed in last week, what are the activities you are proposed in the next week, for which what are the materials you received, what are the machineries is to be received, etc. You have to identify. Title of the report. The title of the report should consist of weekly report for the project from so and so date to so and so date. Report date. You have to also indicate when the report has been prepared. Names and roles of your team. You also have to identify who are all part of the project, what is their roles, what they done it, what you are expecting from them. All the details has to be provided. Report a summary. You have to prepare a detailed summary of what has been done, what has been not done. If it is not done, what is the reason for not doing it, etc., etc. And you have to identify what you are planning for the next week. Weekly outcomes. In the weekly outcomes, you are going to tell it. You have to explain. So we plan so many cubic meters of concreting in last week, out of which we have achieved so many things. If there is a delay, the delay has been occurred due to the non-receipt of a drawing, non-receipt of the material, power failure, machine failure, etc., etc. Challenges and solution. In a project is full of challenges. You might be come across some of the challenges which is not expected by you on that particular period. If that challenge has to be sorted out, you have to mention that this was a challenge, this was sorted out by this method, by so and so, so and so. If it is not sorted out, if it is to be done by a management, you have to identify this is a problem, try to solve it at the earliest in the interest of the project. Future overview. Future overview, which means nothing else, what you are planning for the next week, how do you are proposed to achieve it? For doing that, what are the materials and machine power you require, etc., etc. See, this is a template of it. Project ID, project title, who prepared it, date. Project covering, okay, from this week to this week. Overall project status. Suppose the project is supposed to be consist of 20 floors and you've done 15 floors, you have to identify 75% as on today completed. Highlight the progress. You have to highlight what are the things you have achieved it, why, if it is not achieved, etc., etc. And moreover, you have to mention milestone description. Suppose if you plan for a 10-story entire brickwork, when you targeting it, when you are likely to complete it, along with the commentary, such as material has to be received so and so date. Cement has to be received so and so date. See, for references, we call it as, if there is a question mark, there is no references. G means will achieve. A means will achieve, but not date specified. Red means not achieved, complete. Like that, you have to put it up. Now we come to the monthly report. Before going into that, I will show you how to prepare a weekly report. In this weekly report, you have to mention, project name, okay, report period from to, okay. In this, you have to identify every items, like the description of the items, what is the total BOQ quantity, what will be the unit, what will be the rate, what will be, you have set the target from this particular period, achieved what you achieved it, what is the variances, is the plus or minus, and what your target for a next week, okay. Like this, you have to mention that. And like their projected quantity, what has been completed up to last month, what will be expected next month. Achieved quantity, what has been achieved last month, and what is the proposed for next week. Variance, is it a plus or minus, okay. And you have to identify even including the revenue. Revenue means what are the quantities you have built up, what the amount is received, what will be balanced. Like that, what you have planned for next week, etc., etc. You have to identify. Then we come to a weekly planning. In that weekly planning, again, you have to mention item wise, BOQ quantity, what will be the unit, what will be the rate, target for the next week, what is the value. Every date wise, you have to split it out. total quantity, variances, or target for the next week, etc., etc. Like this, you have to mention for all your activities. Then we comes to a graph which is indicating the progresses. See like this, percentage of completion. Excavation 100% completed. Foundation this much completed, waterproofing. Then superstructure, we completed up to 21 slab. Brick masonry 12 slab. Internal plaster this much. Like that, you have to identify your this reports also. Now we come to monthly report. Monthly report. And this monthly report, you have to identify your report number and project ID, etc., etc. Date and the time. You have to identify when the report has been prepared, for which month, etc., etc. In this, you have to identify a project detail, project description, what are the bills which has been prepared, what are the things has been sent to the client, and next comes planned versus actual. In this, you have to identify what you planned for the last month, item wise, and what you've been achieved. This detail has to be identified. Moreover, summary of a progress made. So you have to identify summary. For example, excavation. I planned for 100 cubic meter. So far, we completed 300 cubic meter. This month, we achieved 110 cubic meter. So total achieved is 310 cubic meter. Like that, you have to go on approve it. Cash flow. This is a vital component for every project. So you have to mention in your report, this is the bill value we raised. We certified so much of amount. We received so much of amount. We expected the balance amount in so many period. Moreover, you have to identify in the next month what you have planned to bill it off, when you are going to bill it up, what will be the amount is expected, against which what is your outflow, like labor payment, material procurement, all these things has to be updated. Updated timeline schedule. See, when you are doing in a CPM per chart, you can do it very easily. Look ahead schedule. This is what we call the look ahead schedule, means what you are planning for a next month, what are the activities you are planning it out, and these things has to be mentioned as a look ahead schedule. For supporting this, you have to, it is better to attach the actual site photographs, what are the activities have been completed. Now, monthly progress report. A monthly progress report, what are the things you have to consider? Project name, residential project, who is the client, architect who, structural consultant, service consultant, contractor, etc. Then you have to identify salient features of the project, work stated for the month of so and so, so and so, list of a staff at site, list of the architectural drawing received at the site. The same way you have to mention structural drawing, MEP drawing, and everything. List of machineries and everything employed in the period, daily report, project photographs, hindrances, what is a monthly status report, milestone progresses, activity report. Say I'm showing you the sample of a salient features of the project. Let us say brief description of the project. You have to mention the project name, located at so and so place. Description of the project, number of a building, what is the floors and everything. Scope of a work. You have to identify the project scope is consist of all civil works, electrical, firefighting, etc., etc. Okay. If there is a common amenities in the project, that also has to be identified, such as a swimming pool, jacuzzis, and green building, etc. Work status. You have to work status of the month. You have to say first floor slab, what is the tower, what is the percentage of completed. Like that, you have to go on adding every stated wise. Then concreting quantity. You have to identify concreting this grade, total receipt is much. In this period, you received this much. Previous month, what we received, everything you have to mention that. Okay. The concreting used shown as below. The concreting where all used were column, slab, staircase, PCC, RCC, etc. And statement of steel receipt at site. Okay, you have to mention date, supplier name, how many dias of the bar, what are the dia of the bar has to be identified. And list of the staff at the site. Okay, the name, who all the staffs has been available at the site. And you have to mention the types of the drawings which has been received in every detail. Then structural drawing also you have to prepare like this: drawing number, title, drawing receipt date, etc. Like that, MEP services also you have to mention that what are the drawings, when it has been received, description, etc., etc. Then list of machineries available at site. You have to identify all the machineries, what has been available at the site. If you want more machineries, you have to add it. More machineries I wanted. If you want to spare these machineries, you have to spare it. Then labor report. So, you have to mention each day. Category wise, you have to segregate. Labor, unskilled, masons, tiling masons, carpenters, fitters. Like that, you have to go on adding it. So much of this is the total. Then summary of the laborers. Okay. So, suppose if unskilled laborers, they work for 10,602 days. Overtime, this many hours. The total like this. You have to prepare for every category wise summary of laborers. Then you have to explain in a graphic methodology, how many workers worked on so many so and so date. See, this is the methodology of preparing a report. Then progress photographs. See, like this, you have to identify the various progress photographs attached to the progress. Hindrances, that means if there is any problem which has been arise due to the project, that has to be identified. For example, I'm identifying it. I know the decision of internal plaster delayed the brickwork due to non-availability of labor. Rate of podium is not finalized. Payment has been delayed the progresses. Drawings for so and so location has been not received. Changes in the various drawings delayed the progresses. These are the things you have to make it in the hindrances list. Then monthly team status report. Okay, this is you have to make it. What are the things? What are the tasks? What are the team has been there? When they completed, etc., etc. Like that, you have to identify what are the things has been the progress. Like that, you have to say that these are the activities has been assigned but not yet started. Who are all responsible? This has to be identified. Then milestone progress. You have to identify last month we have achieved this many slabs, this much of brickwork, etc., etc. See, like this, for this, you can prepare like this, a detailed graph, actually what has been done, plan actually done. All these things you have to can identify. Then activities in the preceding period. Okay, in this you have to identify what are the jobs you completed, what are the efforts you put it up, what is the quality audit result, is there any key decisions, changes, this has to be mentioned. Current status, you have to say that the percentage of completion, when it is to be deliverable, resources what you use, what is the earned value, what is the project cost, current financial position against the budget, etc. Like this projection, what all you plan for a next month, what all the items, what will the money it will be generating, etc., etc. Issues, if there is any issues like a drawing receipt to be received, payment to be received, resources requirement, contractual disputes has to be identified. Recommended action, if there is a management has to take certain actions, You have to identify these all the things has to be done by the management and inform us. Clarity has to be given before so and so day. Now we come to management information system. This is the most critical information system. Actually, those who are sitting in the management in a construction company, not necessarily being a civil engineer, they might be from the various field. So your reports has to explain them what is happening in the project, which is known as a management information system. Management information system is a system wherein the management can understand what you done in the project by looking at the small things. Like this, what do you see? Strategic management, semi-structured, that is a technical management, structured operational management, like this. This is a methodology of MIS report. Importance of the MIS report. MIS report are crucial for a smooth functioning and growth of the project. MIS reports generally collected from the various sources, compiled and submitted to the management, stating that this is what we have been achieved, so that the management can visualize what is going on in the project, what they have to do it, etc., etc. They can think about it. An MIS report also helps the management to understand the percentage of the increases in the financial gain or a loss. Okay. This is a tool which communicates between employee to employee and employee to management. See, in this, what are the things you have to do? Project name, salient feature, vital data, project data. You might be doing it every month, a control estimate at your site, which is a control estimate, labor strength, labor statement, major machineries, staff strength, revenue achieved, revenue what has been projected for a next month, what is the outstanding balance, safety record, reconciliation statement, quality record as per the customer satisfaction report, project rating report, which is to be certified by the project manager or a general manager, area of the concern, physical project photographs, contractual appreciation documentation. See, this is you can mention the project name and the client name. Salient feature, what is the contract value, what will be the contract period, when the project started, when the project is supposed to be completed, scope of work. You have to identify what are the scope of work, area of a construction, you have to mention. Any other special scope of a job has to be identified. Salient feature. See, earthwork unit you have to mention, total quantity, percentage of the contract value, completed in the month, completed in the total, completed up to so and so period, total of percentage completed. Like that, you have to identify for every item, which is known as a salient features. Like that, then we come to project vital data. You have to mention job number, code, job number, client name, who is the client, client address, scope of a work, what are the scope of the work, when the project started, when it is to be completed, contract value, location of the project, client representative, architect, project management consultant, structural consultant, licensing consultant, and all these details has to be confirmed in the project vital data. Then you might be received the mobilization advance, for which you might be given a bank guarantee. That has to be mentioned here. Okay, what is the mobilization advance? What is the value? Validity when? Issuing bank. Like that, you have to go on, mention that. Then, basic rate of the material, if suppose supplied by the client, you have to mention that RMC, this is the rate. Steel, this is the rate. Cement, this is the rate. Like that, you have to identify. Then you might be preparing a control estimate. Okay. In that contract revenue, say the details. What is the budget for this month? Budget up to date what? Actual what we has been done. When it is to be likely to be completed, estimate at completion date, if there is a percentage of variation, like that. So you have to mention, then you come to a direct cost, like project cost, material spare, So direct cost. Then you come to indirect cost, like the project overheads, salaries, etc. That is the indirect cost. So total cost this much. So margin of how much? Profit to revenue, what is the percentage? Salary to the revenue, what is the percentage? Like this. For example, project cash flow. Now I mentioned months, over a month. Cost this much. Total cumulative cost, how much this has been come around. Earned value cost, earned value accumulation, invoice amount cumulative. If there is any comment, it has to put up in the remark, for which you can has to prepare an ES curve. You can see the period, you can see the value. So you know how what has been the project when you are expected, that goes in the black line. What is actually happening, which is shows in the red line. This is we call as a S curve. Then you have to identify labor strength. Every category you have to identify what is the total manpower you require. Okay, what is the manpower up to date has been employed, actual mandate how much, what is the variance comes around, variance quantity, any remarks. Labor statement you have to prepare. Carpenter, you have planned for 2000 carpenters for that project, out of which you might be estimated around about 1000 carpenters. Actual what has been happen inside 800 carpenters. What is the variance? 200. So when how many more you require to complete, you have to mention. When is likely to be complete, you have to mention. Remarks. Like that, every category you have to mention that. Then machineries. All the machineries you have to identify. Budgeted. When how many months the things the machinery is expected. If there is any revision goes to the escalation and everything, that has to be identified. Variance. Actually, what is being deployed. What is the variance between actual and planned, and when you can demobilize, remarks, etc. Like the way the staff also has to be applied. The project manager, as for a budget of the tender, I suppose you engage 20 months. Revised budget due to the variances, it might be go to 24 months. Variance plus 4 months. Actually, what I deployed, 16 months. What is the variance? When I can relieve him from the work. Like that, for every category, you have to prepare this. Then revenue. For every month you have to project, okay, this is what we are planned. I plan for a 20 lakhs job. Actual plan, what means this April plus previous payment, though this much, this is a cumulatively planned. If there is any remark, then we comes to outstanding statement. So far, what is the amount you build it? What is the bill has been certified? Amount shortage of certificate. That means you might be billed 100 rupees, they might be certified 80 rupees. That amount received after the TDS and everything, TDS certificate, whether it is received or not. Outstanding dues, more than 30 days, how much? 31 to 60 days, how much? Like that, you have to mention the outstanding dues also. Safety record. You have to mention safety record, how many people have been worked, what all the accident has been happened, how many people have been given a minor treatment, due to which how many manpower you lost, what are the training courses you have conducted, what is the induction training, who is done it, who are all attended it. Then comes the reconciliation statement for steel, RMC, CMT. For example, steel received up to this much, what we totally invoice, how much, work in progress, but not yet billed because the job is going on. Utilized for non-chargeable activities. Some of the contract says chairs and pins will not be paid for. So that quantity, what is that? Scrap, how much is sold out? Physical at site, EOT, how much? How much amount? What is the amount they recovered? Suppose if the client supplied, they supplied 3,000 tons through the bill, they might be recovered 2,500 tons. So what is the recovered? Allowable EOT, remark. The same way, cement and RMC has to be prepared. Then quality record. There might be consultants, client, they'll be visiting it and they'll be saying that the job report is good, bad, or something like that. So you have to say quality of the work. What is the percentage you have achieved it? Safety, how much you achieved it? Progress, what is the percentage you achieved? Coordination, total, etc. But remark, customer is satisfied, but further improvement needed. Like that, your project manager, project head will give a project rating. Quality of the rating is in perfect or not. Progress is meet the requirement. Cash flow from the client is correct or not. Profit margin is okay. Relation with the client, all these things you will be putting in the rating. Then areas of the concern. In a project, there is always the areas of concern from the client. So you have to mention, see the tower, so many towers has been not handed over to start the work. Fire staircases drawing has not been released. Introduction of the beams delayed the project. Contract rate not yet finalized. Drawings is not received. BOQ is not tallying. Unlike that, internal plaster deletion will delay my work. Payment, delayed payment as always concern like that. Then we come to description of the provision in the contract. The name of the project, what is it? Date of memorandum of understanding, date of the letter of intent, date of a commencement, date of a completion, date of defect liability period, certificate for a virtual completion when it has been received, etc. Contract value, who is the employer, who is the consultant, etc. And including the scope of work. In that, you have to mention immediate milestones, what you want, night work, how it has been happening, extension of time if it is required, why it is required, and the reason. Suspension of the work is the client put some job in the under hold, or due to the local political issue, some job has been happened. These are the things has to be identified. Liquidated damages. Okay, if the project is delayed, there will be liquidated damages that has to be identified. And electric and power, whether it be free of cost or chargeable. Basic rate of the materials has to be mentioned. What is the wastage norms as per the contract condition has to be. Shifting of the materials, how it has been happening. Statutory approval, whether it is received or not. As built drawing, whether you are received or not. Subcontracting, who are the subcontractor, what are the jobs they are doing. If there is any other, has to be identified. Thank you for watching this presentation. If you like this presentation, kindly subscribe, like, share, which will motivate me for a further good presentation. In case of any queries, do not hesitate to write to me. The response shall be at the earliest. You can contact me at civilconclave@gmail.com or at my Telegram group, Civil Conclave Telegram group. The link has been shown as below. Thank you for watching this presentation. See you soon in my next presentation. Thank you once again.